Of an update, folks, just in regards to transfer activities. If this is your first time coming across the channel, please click the like and subscribe button below. It would be appreciated. So we have some news on Greg Taylor's future, Nicholas Kuhn, and maybe perhaps we could see Benjamin Nygren coming in the door tomorrow. And there might be a bit of truth to it as well. None of this malarkey. Let's kick it off. Nicholas Kuhn is wanted by another club in a big European league. It's not another Bundesliga club. It's not a team in France. It's not a team in Spain. But it's a team in Italy. Como. The team that's managed by Cesc Fabregas. Como is very familiar to some Celtic ears because we're going to be playing there in pre-season next month against Ajax. And if we're successful, we could play Como in the final. A team that finished 10th in Serie A last season. And they also signed a player that played for Celtic last season for the first half, who was Alex Valle. They're on a rebuilding project. They're on to something big. And Sky Sports have reported over the last hour that they are interested in Mr. Nicholas Kuhn. Nicholas Kuhn is going to be a man in demand. We've seen Bundesliga teams interested in him. There's teams in England interested in him. My whole prediction on Nicholas Kuhn, I think Celtic should ride this out until transfer deadline day. Get focused on getting this Swedish winger in. I was on Flight Radar earlier on, having a look, just a scope, and I see this private jet coming from Denmark to Prestwick. Now, what ringing my bell was, I was thinking, you know what, that could be Benjamin Nygren. Benjamin Nygren that we've been in discussion with Nigel for the last 2 weeks. The guy that we're going to sign for 1.3 million, which the fee could go up to 1.7 million pounds with add-ons. The 23-year-old Swedish left footer that plays on the right, who scored 16 goals last season, that can play in that number 10 role. He's a straight like for Nicholas Kuhn. Yes, coming to the Scottish League is going to be hard, playing against big teams like Rangers, as they think. Now, but I'm talking about realistically moving up to the Champions League standards, the demand of winning every single week. It's not easy for footballers that come into Glasgow Fishbowl. They struggle. Alistair Johnson said it in an interview. He was talking to the media in Canada a couple of days ago, saying that for the first 6 months it was like a blur. It was very overwhelming for him at times. He had to go and see a sports psychologist to get himself away from the West End, move to somewhere else, further out, have a garden, have a bit of normality, because it can be overwhelming. Because even though fans could boo you when you're passing the ball backwards, it's the man that winning trophies at Celtic's quite high. And once we get Benjamin Nygren in, I feel more relaxed about the whole Nicholas Kuhn speculation. If he does go, let him go. I've said this a couple of times on the channel. I'd preferably like to keep him if his mentality is want to stay at Celtic and even go for another year or two at Celtic, and we can double his value. You never know. And I know that sounds crazy saying doubling his value, even getting him to a 25 million player, pushing the 30 million. It can happen. We've done it with Matt O'Reilly. We've done it with Jota. So I prefer like to keep Kuhn. I know Newcastle have been interested. Red Bull Leipzig have been interested. There's Como interested now as well. I'm sure you probably get the... I'm just throwing a scenario name in there. You're probably getting Everton or a Fulham interested as well down the line, or a Aston Villa. Time will tell, but it was confirmed by Sky Sports today that Serie A side Como are looking at him. Regards to Greg Taylor's future, it's all done and dusted. Regards to his Celtic career, he left Celtic Park with a double. He left with 2 trebles and a couple of league titles in there as well since 2019. And he's set to join a team that finished 3rd in the Greek league last season, Paok. Sky Sports reported today, Anthony Joseph again, that basically medical is booked for next week and he's close to agreeing a deal with them. He's a free agent, 27 years of age. I wish him the very best with his career. If it works out in Greece for him and it means he's still in the Scotland fold, all means, and he's playing European football next season, if it's Europa League or Conference League, all means. Look, I don't keep an eye on the Greek league. There's some big teams in Greece. You got your Olympiacos, your Panathinaikos, your AEK Athens as well, and Paok is up there as well. They're always fine in them European spots. So I wish Greg the very best. What a servant. Gave everything for Celtic. Look, you got to understand his perspective on it. Tierney's coming back in. to take that number, take that, you know, that left back position. I was gonna say that number one shirt. Take that left back position and mould it, because everybody knows what Tierney's all about. And Taylor came in to replace Tierney back in 2019. We all had our doubts about him at the time, coming in from Kilmarnock, but what a servant, and I wish him his family the very best. And you know what? I'll keep an eye on Paok going forward if it's a done deal over the next couple of days when he passes his medical. Regards to any other players maybe linked to it, it's been gone quiet. It's gone very quiet. There's no more talk of Callum Osmond, to be honest, which is from Fulham. There's been no more talk of Bojan Mirovski that I discussed last night in the channel. There's no more talk of a Japanese striker that we were looking at from Casale Frontale. There's no more talk of another Japanese centre back. It's been very, very blame over the last couple of hours. But regards to Kuhn, regards to Nygren, it could be him. And regards to Greg Taylor, I wish him the very best. So do subscribe to the channel. I'll speak to you all soon. Hail, hail.